Hi, this is BB. Um, I was out at I was doing laundry today, and I put the phone on, and you should see like everything was just like dark, dark, super dark. I don't know what's wrong with the camera. I don't know. Everything was wrong. But one of the things I guess this woman is trying to, she has people in place who are listening, and these people will be her witnesses. I guess I don't know. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. I mean, it's such a huge, wide umbrella. What does it cover? I mean, it's like in every situation, right? It's like the internet, and you have like 1,000 TVs, and each one has a different channel. Is on what a different picture is playing. So each when you the whole gang stalking, targeted person, it's a wide umbrella, but there's a lot of facets within, a lot of groups within, a lot of when you break it down to the individual situations, it vary because we all don't live in one physical house. Where we all don't do the same kind of work, we all don't share the same interests, hobbies, family tree. Some people work online, some people work in 9 to 5s where they go, some people don't work at all, some people live by themselves, some people live with a partner, some people have a whole family, some people live with their parents. It's different strokes for different folks, so it varies, but I believe the end result of all of it is still money. They're looking for money. They're not, because you cannot go hog wild on a hobby or a notion or a whim or just for fun where you actually have so many people on board. Who is paying these people? This is why the people said the government is paying people. I don't think it's a government. I think there's some system in place that they're trying to discourage from happening that should have happened a long time ago. I think that what they're trying to do is, if that system is in place, they're going to be rounded up. There's no doubt, because they don't fit into this new system. Because all your people who are hurting people, because this is a new type of criminal activity. This is man against man. This is people hurting people. People hurting people for money. Literally hurting them, putting stuff in their food, putting stuff in their atmosphere, hurting their pets. And I'm sure in some cases it ended in a fatality. I refuse to believe that. I don't think anybody would actually disagree. Anybody who this is happening to or has happened to would disagree with me on that. That one or two of them have ended in fatalities for people somewhere in the world. Now, you know what it feels like? This thing I felt, like you live in your house and you feel like you're being censored in your house. There's lines, invisible lines, put in place by these mobsters, gangsters, whatever they want to call themselves. We don't know they're there. We don't know that we shouldn't say these things, or we shouldn't do these things, or we shouldn't have these kind of thoughts, because they want to censor down to your thoughts. Again, I don't see how the government is possible with that. That's not Minority Report. That's Minority Report on steroids. That's like the movie Minority Report on steroids, where they have these two people and they're picking up almost every person in a country, I believe, that could commit a potential act of violence against another, and they're intercepting and stopping it. But then they're taking away the person's freedom without giving the person that last minute choice to do or not to do, which they can watch. I thought the movie would have been better if they had done it where get there, but just watch and see what they do. Don't let the crime be committed, but let them see. Everybody gets angry. Everybody has a fit of rage. But not everybody gonna take something, a 2x4, and lash somebody's head off. It's not gonna work. You can talk a good game when you're angry, but when you're not, it's not easy to do. Unfortunately, the people who are doing this to us, it's the opposite way. Isn't that weird? They don't need prompting. They just need instructions and I guess some cash, and they're gone, and they're doing whatever they do. They don't want to know why. I guess they look at it this way: is the less they know, is the less they can see the person as a human being. The person is just like a piece of meat to them. They're taking away their freedom, taking away their humanity, taking away everything that makes them human. Like they're the only ones who get to be human, and ultimately they're the only ones who should enjoy life, have things, and be alive. Can you understand the cruelty of what I just said? The cruelty that is happening in this world of man against man on this level? And nobody seems to be none the wiser? But why is this so? That's the age-old question: is why do people have to be this way? Right? Is there a shortage of something good to do? Or is just a deep innate desire to do bad and don't give a lick for the consequences? They don't care. Because these things that are happening to me, I mean, I don't understand this. It's being intentionally done. It's not being done by, I don't see police officers around my house. I don't see a police car out there anymore. I mean, I never saw one. I don't see utility people hanging around. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I'm not being, it's like that. I've had spoken to the detectives 2 or 3 times. And they're pretty nice guys, the ones who come over. And, they're pretty nice guys, but they don't know how they can help. They don't deal with hacking. And they probably don't see like something that's where it's to the point where they can do something. But what's happening here with this is I don't understand. These people who are being paid, don't they question why they're being paid to harm people or hurt people? I mean, okay, consider me. Suddenly I have money. Now I'm learning, well, I get money, there must be something that needs to be done. How does it come? It come in my bank account with instructions? How do they advertise and find each other? How are they able to find each other? Word of mouth? How do they find each other? Is there like a website you go and you enlist? What do you do? Is it like a bunch of gangsters are creating this system where they're telling people that, you see that girl over there, or you see that guy over there, they're against this system. We're trying to help people. We're trying to do this. They're not good people. They're rapists, or they're pedophiles, or they're thieves, or they harm people, or they hurt people, or they're bad people. Go get them. So what do I do now? I got the money. They're telling me that. So I run out there and I start punching, whether covertly or overtly. It's really that simple, huh? I don't know. I don't know anything. Nothing has been verified. Nothing has been through a court. I don't jack shit. Or is it a little more technical? Do they have papers that they're showing them? Paperwork. Well, this person has been through the ringer, been through a trial, extra time in jail. They're getting away every time. Something is wrong here. There's something wrong here. Because what I feel is the deeper these knuckleheads go, when it starts to unfold, it'll be as wide, as long as your fucking arm, the things they've done. How deep it goes. Because how do they find each other? Will they go around homeless shelters? How do they find each other? Because people who are desperate and out on their luck. See, that's the thing. There's people who are desperate and out on their luck. They don't have money. They don't have money, and they feel like they will do bad things for money. Not a lot of people would do it. Not a lot of people would do it. Because a lot of homeless people probably won't do it. They won't touch people. They won't do anything because they know that's wrong. What is happening to my business is like she wants me to be saying something outright. You're damaging my business, or you've cut off my finances. Think about that. But I scream out loud, because you fucking cut off my finances, I get angry every time I set an ad and it's not running. Now, what is that telling people who are listening? That somebody is giving me money and then they stopped. Somebody was giving me money and then they stopped. Let me reassure, I don't know this woman and she has never given me a dime. Not one goddamn dime. I didn't have to. If you look at my Wix account at the time I lived when she was my neighbor, I didn't have to. I was happy to help her. I told her that several times. I was happy to share what I had with her because I didn't know any of this crazy shit that was happening. That this is what they were into. I didn't know that. Because when I scream out like, you've cut my fucking finances off, I'm stuck in this place, it's like basically like I had a partnership going with someone. This is what it's giving, this is the impression they're trying to give people. I don't know her. I wanted to get to know her. I don't know her. I don't know any of this shit. I am now learning all about this. I've been online with my website since 2015 and late 14. I never had my face out there on this. Now I have to, because I have to make videos. I have to look for alternate avenues of advertising. Because I wasn't sure if it was the website or not, so I had to put my own face on it. This is not me. I'm a very, very quiet person. You don't even know me. Very, very quiet person. This is not me. And if you go back prior 2020 to any of my neighbors, people whose houses I've lived in, they'll tell you. They don't know who this is. It's like a different person. But then they take a closer look as to why, which is what people need to do. When somebody complains about something and they're saying the same thing all the time, maybe slow down and take a look at what's really happening before you judge them. You might be able to save someone's life. You might be able to lend a helping hand. Let's make this also a learning experience for us of what not to do, how not to treat people, and what to do, and how to treat people. Because what they're doing to us, we're not going to do this to anyone. We're just not. I get enraged. I don't get angry. I get enraged every time my ad gets fucked up. I get enraged. And in that moment, if she was standing in front of me, I'd want to tear into her. But when I'm not enraged, I don't think I could. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person. I'm like a big fat pussycat. I'm not a violent person. If there's a problem, I'm the first one to start crying because I want to make peace. I don't like when, that feeling of having something hanging over your head? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It doesn't sit well with me. And most people I know, it doesn't sit well with them either. I'm the first one to say sorry. I'm the first one to try to make up. I just don't like living like something. And if my neighbor came over, I was on my phone, I was playing a game. And she came there and she said, hey, and I jumped. I was startled from within. That shows that there's a tension. The amount of psychological damages and the tension. These people really need to back off from us. They need to back off from us because this is insane. It's insane. But let's learn from it. And look at the things that you scream out loud because they may be pulling, whoever is messing with you may be trying to pull the same stunts.